everybody, it's Mr. JK here. It's been a hot minute, guys, but we're back with some more Fat Electrician videos. Today we're going to be looking at America's secret underground cheese bunker. Wow! Yeah, full disclaimer, I did see this one on my off time, but I want to see it again because it's so goddamn good. Yeah. Anyways, I'm not gonna waste too much of you guys' time. I'm not gonna do any of that bullshit shenanigans that I always do. I'm just gonna get right to it. So, first off, let's switch scenes here. Welcome back. So yeah, here's the video. I cannot wait for this. Oh my god, dude. Fucking cheese bunkers. You gotta be kidding me. Anyways, yeah, let's get into this video. All right, ready? Let's start in 3, 2, 1. I'm counting upwards and going backwards. What is up with me today? Anyways, we're here to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
This has almost nothing to do with the U.S. military, but it's so ridiculous I can't not talk about it. Today we're talking about America's strategic cheese reserve. Yeah, if you didn't know, the United States currently has over 500 underground cave warehouses spanning across 35 different states, the largest of which is underneath Springfield, Missouri.
Wow.
Where America...
Dude, man, fuck the fact that that exists, that this exists, is fucking hilarious. Like, we got so much fucking cheese.
As of August 2022, currently hoards 1.5 billion pounds of cheese. And just for the record, I realize I'm uploading this video.
That's a lot of cheese.
So very close to April Fool's Day. This is not an April Fool's joke. I am 100%.
Ironically, yeah, I'm kind of in that same boat, but the only difference is it's just after. Actually, quite some time after.
Serious. El Dorado is real, and Uncle Sam made it out of cheese. And I know.
Oh my god, I fucking love that movie. Dude, that movie is unironically so. It's actually really good. It's that movie plus another movie that I like so much. It's called Sinbad. Those two movies, that movie and that movie, I just like. And I actually kind of miss that art style that DreamWorks used to do. I'm kind of sad they don't do that art style anymore, and they're more focused on like 3D movies nowadays, and like we don't ever get a animation movie anymore, or at least they're extremely rare. In the case of DreamWorks, they don't do those anymore, which is sad. And I think that same goes for like all the other studios like Disney and all of them. Like they don't do it anymore for some reason. Yeah.
What you're thinking right now, you're like, wow, that's a cool little factoid. I can't wait to share that with my buddy at the bar one day. But no, this is going to infect your thoughts for the rest of your life. You're never going to see the world through the same lens ever again. I mean, for example, let's just say you're at home watching The Walking Dead. You're going to come to the realization there'd be way more fucking cheese in the apocalypse than that, okay? True. You're never going to be able to watch Mad Max again without thinking about cheese. You have to come to the terrifying realization.
No, I don't want to be thinking about cheese all day. No.
That you live in a world where there is a greater than 0% chance that one of these underground cheese caves gets mistaken for a government facility and gets nuked in World War III.
Oh no, but no, that's the worst part. He's right. That's the worst and funny part. He's absolutely correct. There's a chance of that happening. Oh no.
And we're gonna have to deal with a radioactive tsunami wave of nacho cheese. And this is real life. So I asked myself one question. How on earth did America get to this point? Because I know it didn't happen overnight. And what I found was the craziest real-world example of a butterfly effect that I have ever seen. And believe it or not, it all actually ties back in with last week's video of the ice cream ships of World War II.
Oh, God.
If you missed that, the super abbreviated version, basically the U.S. government banned alcohol during Prohibition in the 1920s. Because of that, all the bars in America turned themselves into ice cream parlors to stay in business. Ice cream stepped up to...
That's the next video I'm checking out.
Fill the social void left by alcohol. If so facto, there was like 2 generations of Americans that treated ice cream like it was alcohol, socially speaking. As I'm sure you can imagine, this would drive up dairy consumption. Combine that with the fact that the 30s and 40s is when refrigeration would become readily accessible, meant that for the first time in human history, there was such a demand for dairy products that farmers could exclusively become dairy farmers, meaning that this would be the birth of the entire dairy industry.
That makes
and honestly,
a lot of sense.
It worked out great. Right up until it did in 1949. 1949, 4 years after World War II, the American...
I saw that coming. I saw that until it didn't come in.
Military is downsized. There's not an entire horde of young men eating 10,000 calories a day, and America's not exporting anywhere near as much food to other countries for war relief, meant that there was a decrease in dairy consumption, or a dip in the dairy market. As this became a bigger and bigger problem, the government had to step in because they weren't about to let the entire dairy industry implode, because I mean, let's face it, that would be utter catastrophe. So the USDA stepped in and said,
Dad joke pun.
that, hey, you know what? We're going to buy all the excess milk. Okay, pause. Thought experiment. You're a dairy farmer. You make all of your money by selling milk. And then suddenly, a couple years back, motherfuckers quit drinking milk, aka you made less money. Now the government has come out of left field and said, hey, we're going to buy all of the milk. What do? You make more fucking milk. And that's exactly what happened. So just to be clear, there was already too much milk. Now there's definitely
way too much fucking milk.
Too much milk. So naturally, all the milk starts flowing in. The government has absolutely no idea what to do with it, so they turn it into cheese. That way it doesn't expire. That part makes sense, but now what do you do with all the cheese?
It's like, what are you going to do with that cheese?
Throw it underneath a mountain, ignore it, and hope the problem goes away. But it doesn't go away because every single presidential administration through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, they all continue to buy up excess milk to prop up the dairy industry, turn it into cheese, and stash it away in these caves. It literally turns into a giant political game of kick the can down the road because nobody wants to be the president that crashes the global economy by not buying enough milk while sitting on top of a mountain of cheese, which, understandable, I don't want to be that guy either. And fast forward to 1980, Ronald Reagan...
Oh, boy. Oh, man. What did he do?
AKA the small government guy, gets elected, finds out that the US government is sitting on top of 500 million pounds of cheese and spending $1 million a day to refrigerate and store it, and he looks at this whole issue like a beaver looks at running water, absolutely fucking. We can't have it. So his administration goes about figuring out the cheapest way to solve this cheese problem. Obviously, we're gonna throw it all in the ocean. However, having at least the foresight to...
that's such a dumb move. No, you do not throw that in the water. Plus, fish wouldn't be able to know what to do with it.
Understand that would cause political backlash. He wanted to see how the public would receive it, so someone from his administration shows up to a White House press conference with a 5-pound block of moldy cheese and is like, hey, we got 500 million pounds of this shit. How would you guys feel if we threw it in the ocean? It'll be fun. We'll save money on cheese. We're going to find out if blue whales are lactose intolerant. It's going to be a great summer experiment.
No.
Public did not go for it. They kind of felt like, hey, I've paid taxes for the last 40 years. You've turned those taxes into cheese. I would at least like the cheese. So then the Reagan administration took the 55-gallon drums of cheese, cut it up into 5-pound blocks.
Why does that look like Velveeta?
Packaged it, and spent the remainder of his administration funneling 300 million pounds of cheese into...
You might as well just say it. You might as well just say that's what it was.
In elderly homes. And this is where we get the saying government cheese from.
You're gonna end up... Oh God, I think I remember something. I think I remember... I don't know what it was, but it was something that... I remember that phrase, but I don't remember where. Oh God, what the fuck is this? Eating a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
The U.S. government would then continue to give out government...
Why does guy unironically look like Peter Griffin?
government cheese until the 1990s when they seemingly ran out, because as of today, all 1.5 billion pounds of underground secret cheese in America is privately owned by corporations like Kraft and Velveeta. And this is the part where I wanted to end the video on a happy note of the government made a mistake, they fixed a mistake over 50 years, happy ending, hooray. However, it didn't really make sense because something happened in the 1990s where the government was able to stop buying the excess milk. What happened?
What'd they do?
And that's when it hit me. It was absolutely the Got Milk ad campaign.
Oh my God, I remember that. Oh. Okay, so. Okay. Oh God, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. It's the Got Milk ad campaign. Fuck. But it makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. That makes so much sense. Okay, for you who don't know this, my current age right now, I'm 26. I was born in 1997 and grown up in the early 2000s. So the Got Milk ad campaigns ran from the 90s up until like the time I was in kindergarten going into middle school. And these things were still around. Oh my fucking God, the Got Milk ad campaigns. Fuck, dude. No.
The biggest, most iconic ad campaign of all time. I mean, every cafeteria in every school in America had a bunch of posters of famous athletes with milk mustaches saying, "Got milk, drink your milk." I vividly remember commercials as a child telling me that if I didn't drink enough milk, my arms would live.
I think I remember one. I can't remember. I can't remember which one it was. I do believe there were quite a few actually. I don't remember which one I saw, but I saw it on TV at one point.
Literally fall off my body.
Well, Mr. Miller told me he never drinks.
I think I saw this one.
Look at him.
Wait.
No, that's not.
Yeah, this fucking. Oh yeah. Wait, no, I think I did. I think I did see this one. Oh.
Good.
Got milk.
Surely this is what inspired an entire generation of Americans to eat and drink more dairy products, right? I mean, yeah, probably, but looking back on it now as an adult, doesn't it seem just a little bit weird that it wasn't a particular
No, don't break out the tinfoil.
company putting on all these ads? Like, if there wasn't one company profiting from selling all this milk, where was all the money coming from? I mean, it almost seems like the government launched a giant psychological operation. I mean, ad campaign.
That's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. That is exactly what it was.
Just so that they could offload milk so they wouldn't have to keep contributing to their mountain of cheese. Well, I'm going to take this off now because that's legit exactly what happened.
I thought so.
In 1995, the U.S. government created a nonprofit organization known as Dairy Management Incorporated, and their entire job was to get the American people to eat and drink more dairy products. Literally a cabal of individuals plotting behind the scenes to get people to eat more cheese. It's the cheesiest conspiracy of all time, and I'm not even kidding. Anything...
That's the sad part, that pun... That pun, unfortunately, is both a pun and it is true.
That has ever been sold or marketed that involved way too much cheese on it, this company is behind. Okay, they're the reason that Taco Bell started selling steak quesadillas. They were behind the Got Milk ad campaign.
Yeah.
In 2002, when Pizza Hut had the Summer of Cheese event where they put way too much cheese on all their pizzas, this is who was behind it. In 2010, when Domino's almost went out of business, they gave Domino's $12 million to stay in business and then gave them a bunch of cheese so that they could put extra cheese on all of their pizzas, and that was their entire proposition for staying in business. Hey, our pizzas...
It's not funny, Ed. Hey, shut up!
have more cheese on them now, so they're good. It is absolutely insane. So I did it. I found the world's cheesiest conspiracy, but then I found leaked internal documents from DMI.
No.
And they are the funniest fucking thing I have ever read in my entire life. I'm gonna go ahead and read one for you now. It's a letter from Pizza Hut to DMI regarding a meeting they recently had. July 6, 1999. Dear Greta, we wanted to express our thanks once again for a wonderful meeting last week. We appreciate your team taking the time to share some very valuable information and creativity during our brainstorming session. Everyone is very excited about the presentation you gave regarding DMI's available resources and cheese industry insights. We look forward to working together to develop many cheese ideas we've discussed.
No.
We believe this is going to be a valuable partnership for
No.
both Pizza Hut and DMI. Let's sell more pizza and more cheese! Exclamation point. Thank you again for coming to Dallas. We look forward to talking to you soon about our partnership opportunities. We will call you next week to discuss the next steps. Sincerely, Derek, Lord of the Cheese, and Liskrin, Lady of the Cheese. Even
Oh my god, it's so bad that you it's so funny. Oh no. You have to be called the Lord and Lady of the Cheese in your fucking document. Just how homo fucking ridiculous is this?
they know that this is a fucking joke. Why is this such a joke? Well, because Dairy Management Incorporated, while it is a non-profit, they don't actually have to raise money for themselves like most non-profits do, because they're also a government checkoff program, which means every dairy farmer in America is legally required, whether they want to or not, to send this company money so that they can advertise on their behalf. And their annual budget is like $140 million a year, with their CEO and top level executives all making right around $1 million per year. Okay, if you're not picking up what I'm putting down, I'm trying to tell you, there is a group of people in America getting paid $1 million to convince Americans that cheese is awesome. Okay, that's like trying to fucking explain to Stevie Wonder what nothing looks like and getting paid
No. Getting paid for it, and he knows what it looks like.
$1 million for it. He already fucking knows that, okay? It makes no goddamn sense. Cheese is so fucking good that it is the one thing on earth that if you were allergic to it, we're not going to say you have a cheese allergy.
Yeah,
no,
true.
you're lactose intolerant. We're not going to...
Like, Jimmy, you're not allergic. You're just lactose intolerant, Jimmy. You can still eat cheese. Same with you, Sarah. No. You're not allergic. You're just lactose intolerant.
say you're allergic, because we all know you're going to eat that shit anyways, because the consequences are worth it. Am I upset right now? A little bit. Is it because I'm jealous? Uh-huh. It's basically selling ass candles to dogs and getting paid $1 million for it. It is the most ridiculously easy job on the planet, and I'm so mad that it's not mine. Anyways, I guess if you made it this far in the Unhinged TED Talk, in conclusion, the U.S. government banned alcohol in the 1920s. It set forth a ripple effect through time, and now some dude in 2023 has my dream job of making $1 million a year to convince people of some shit they already knew. And the US has 1.5 billion pounds of cheese hidden in an underground cave network. Fucking the more you know, I guess.
Yeah. The more you know.
Thanks for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some merch at thefatelectrician.com. Quack bang. Out. I'm gonna go eat some fucking cheese.
Okay. You go eat some cheese, buddy. You go eat some cheese. Anyways. Yeah, you go eat some cheese. Yeah, so alright. That's the end of the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.